Talking on the transformer tank design and the classification of radiators over here. Before I go on towards the classification of radiators, whenever we are talking about a transformer, there are two or three ways actually by which you can actually dissipate heat on a transformer. The one way is actually the conduction. We know there are three ways of the other one is convection, and the third one is radiation. These are three modes of heat transfer, and you already know it from your science study in the previous classes. Now conduction, sadly for a transformer, not possible. Why? Because transformer is placed on aluminium bars or iron bars over there. It has no contact with any other material. It just has a contact with the air, and air is a very good conductor. So conduction process of heat dissipation in transformer is practically not there. Yes, it is conducting internally from the windings towards the oil, but our main aim is actually to make that oil cool down. हमें वो ऑयल कूल डाउन करना है ताकि हमारे पास जो ट्रांसफार्मर का ऑयल कम होगा, इसका मतलब है कि ट्रांसफार्मर की इंटरनल वाइंडिंग ऑटोमेटिकली कम हो जाएंगी. नाउ बिफोर आई गो ऑन फर्दर अ लिटिल बिट, व्हेन वी डिस्कस दिस transformer and we started this transformer, we had this main table over here, and this table was very important. This was a specification chart given by the consumer or who actually wanted this transformer to be designed. आप इसमें लास्ट रो देख सकते हैं, टेम्परेचर राइज 40/50 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. दिस 40/50 I told you at that time we will discuss it when we will have a transformer tank to be designed. 40 over here is going to be the transformer outer side tank temperature. यानी कि आप ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक को अगर आप देखोगे तो इट विल बी 40 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. 50 degree centigrade is the internal winding temperature, maybe the internal low voltage winding. So there will be a 10 degree gradient between the inner side of the transformer or the limb of the transformer, where actually it's going to be 50. So you have to actually cool down the transformer tank in such a way that it is 40. अगर आपका ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक कूल डाउन नहीं करेगा तो इवेंचुअली इसका मतलब ये है कि वाइंडिंग मे बी इट वर्किंग एज 80 और 90 और टैंक काम कर रहा होगा कोई 70-80 के ऊपर. So what will happen? There will be a degradation of the resistance, there will be degradation of the oil and all other factors coming in. So over there. So to avoid that, you are going to have so you have to use the convection and the radiation in a transformer. Now how this convection will occur? Convection will occur when the heated oil is going to rise up. We know transformer oil is very कैसा होता है, गाढ़ा होता है, पतला होता है. किसी ने अगर थोड़ा बहुत देखा हो, मोबाइल की तरह है, बिल्कुल गाड़ी के इंजन ऑयल की तरह है, जस्ट लाइक. सो व्हेन इट इज हॉट it is more easy to flow. Okay? When it is cold, it's very. So when the transformer oil is going to be heated up, it's going to rise up in the transformer tank, and when it is going to be heated up upward, it's going to go down by the convection flow inside the tank of the transformer. And this convection is going to be approximately, let me just confirm this on this one, this convection is going to be, yes, the convection is going to be 6.5 watt per meter square per degree centigrade. This is the value given for the transformer oil, normally whatever oil you are going to use over there. So if the transformer tank is there, so transformer tank के अंदर से जो टैंक के अंदर आपके पास convection rate है, so you can dissipate 6.5 watts per meter square per degree centigrade from the convection of the oil inside the tank. The radiation has 6 watts per meter square per degree centigrade. Convection थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, you can have it over there. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि आपके ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक से if you add these two together, you have a 12.5 watts per meter square per degree centigrade. This power can be dissipated from the transformer tank itself. अब पहले हम टैंक के ऊपर जाने से पहले we know the transformer, and that transformer is going to be in such a way. If I just make the top view over here in front of you, this is the inner transformer and this is the outer diameter. This is the so these are the size is a little bit different over there, so pardon me for that. Now when you are going to place this transformer inside the tank. This is going to be the tank. And for those who still don't have any idea what I am talking about, this is the high voltage coil outer diameter. ठीक है, ये आपका टॉप व्यू है ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक के ऊपर से आप देख रहे हो. सर्टनली ये आपस में यहाँ कनेक्टेड है. आई डोंट वांट टू शो दैट. आई एम एक्चुअली जस्ट शोइंग द 3 coils over there. The internal one is the low voltage coil, the outer one is the high voltage coil. Now based on this one, you can easily find out this is L and certainly this is going to be W. And since this is a top view, if I want to now make a 3-dimensional view, let me just make a 3-dimensional view in front of you. So when I have a 3-dimensional view, okay, so I have this tank over here. Now when you are going to place the transformer inside this tank over here, you are not going to just place it on the bottom here. You are going to place some wooden wedges and on those wooden wedges you are going to place the transformer. Reason, अगर आपने ट्रांसफार्मर को डायरेक्ट नीचे रख दिया, सबसे पहली बात ट्रांसफार्मर के अंदर आपके पास हाई वोल्टेज कॉइल है. दैट हाई वोल्टेज कॉइल एंड द लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द ट्रांसफार्मर tank, which is actually going to be grounded. One thing very important, the transformer tank is always going to be grounded. आपने देखा होगा ट्रांसफार्मर्स के पास एक छोटी सी मोटी सी तार आ रही होती है खंबे के साथ, जिसको अक्सर कहा जाता है आपने हाथ नहीं लगाना बारिश के मौसम में खास तौर पे. दैट इज एक्चुअली द ग्राउंडिंग वायर फॉर द ट्रांसफार्मर or the tank or whatever. So the transformer tank is grounded. So when it is grounded, you have to place an asbestos or a wooden block over there, and then you are going to place the over there. And this is also so that the oil can also go beneath the transformer and cool it down. अगर आप डायरेक्ट उसके ऊपर रख दोगे, transformer oil is not going to have a conduction or the convection or the radiation. Now when you are going to place this transformer over here, let me just place that transformer over here for example. So when you have this transformer over here placed, I hope this is still clear what I am trying to do over here. The transformer, when it is going to be placed inside it, it is going to be filled with oil. Now one thing very important, when you are going to do this, the oil is going to be not filled up till the whole 100%. Why? Because we know the transformer is going to be having heating and the oil will expand. So we have to keep some space. Plus there are some other items inside the transformer tank which have to be placed inside the tank. For example, we have talked about a tap changer. That tap changer will be inside the transformer tank. So this space over here, this one will be accommodating, certainly it's not this small, it will be a little larger than this one. So it will be having that tap changer, which is also going to be called as a ratio switch. Then there will be a buckles relay. You are also going through the course of power system protection. Do ask from your teacher that what is a buckles relay. Just for now, a buckles relay is a relay that actually determines the level of oil inside the transformer. If the level of the oil goes down to a threshold value, it triggers alarm, plus it also isolates the supply from the transformer. क्योंकि ट्रांसफार्मर में ऑयल नहीं है तो इसका मतलब है कि it can't dissipate the heat. When it can't dissipate the heat, अगर आप उसको ऑन कर दोगे 1 घंटे के लिए 15 मिनट के लिए भी, it will short circuit itself or it will heat up and destroy itself. So they have to place some buckles relay, some ratio switch, some clearances for the expansion of the oil on the top. Now the reason of making this tank over here, the important thing is this, that when you are going to have the tank over there, since oil is not touching the upper lid, oil is not touching the upper lid, so जो upper surface है, this upper surface, this is not going to dissipate any heat. Oil contact ही नहीं कर रहा. Secondly, this floor of the transformer tank, इसके पास हमेशा cold oil है, यहां से भी हीट डिसिपेट नहीं होगी. So the actual surface area or the effective surface area of the tank which is going to dissipate the heat is just the four sides. So if on this same three-dimensional chart, if I call this one as the length, this one as the width, and this one as the height over here, this is a tank. Okay? You can call it LT, you can call it WT, you can call it HT to signify the tank of the transformer. So now when you have HD, HWT and HT, now the surface area which we can call as ST or A variable is actually used in this book, ST variable is used in this book, so I am going to use the both variables over here. Now A is or ST is the surface area, effective surface area. So this will accommodate only the sides. आपको बताएगा मुझे कैसे surface area यहाँ पे कैसे निकालेंगे. We have dimensions LT, WT, HT. 2 times H of T multiplied by W of T plus 2 times H of T multiplied by L of T. Agreed? These are the four sides. Okay? So the effective surface area by which you are actually dissipating the heat is actually S of T with T as subscript over there, surface area of the transformer. This is not the actual surface area, the effective surface area which is actually dissipating the heat. Now, when we have found out this S of T total, when you have this S of T and you multiply this S of T by 12.5 watts per meter square per degree centigrade. What this will give you? This will tell you how much watts you are going to dissipate from this total over here, from the tank, per degree centigrade over there. Now your design value or your designer required it or the consumer actually required it of 40 degree centigrade phase. So what you are going to do over there, first of all, this is the total dissipation or specific heat dissipation. I can call this value as the specific heat dissipation. So what I am going to now do, I will first of all find out I already know the no load losses and I also know the load losses. I will sum them together and that value is going to be the total losses I want to dissipate. That losses divided by this factor is going to tell me that what is going to be the temperature of my transformer tank. I am again repeating. Supposingly no load losses plus load losses, whatever that value comes out, for example, I just take an example from here, that value comes out to be, supposingly, is equal to something 5000 watts. For example, I am just taking a value. That 5000 watts divided it by 12.5 over here for that one, multiplied by S of T, certainly in meter square. This is very important. Not millimeter square, in meter square. This value, if it comes equal to 50 degrees or 40 degrees centigrade, this means you don't need anything else, the tank is sufficient. But if you get something greater than your required degree centigrade value, this means that you have to put some additional radiator on the tank so that it can be cooled down. Okay. So now before I go in further of the different classification of radiator, if I go back, the length, the width and the height, these are very important. You can call this LT, you can call this WT or HT, same thing I have used before. Now what is this LT? LT, as per according to this book, this L of T, what it will be equal to? Length, G. This length has to be equal to high voltage coil diameter, 3 of them, then this distance and some clearances over there. So L of T formula that can be written as, in another words, this is going to be equal to 2 times the core limb of the transformer core. क्या था CL? तो याद है? ठीक है यार. Core limb from the center of one to the center of the other one. So this means, what is this distance? This is from this distance to this distance. So when I'm having 2 into CL of the core, which means from this point to this point, add up हो गए, and then high voltage coil outer diameter, so this will be plus high voltage coil outer diameter, okay? And then the next thing is going to be the clearance distance added. 25 mm is the clearance distance. Now since in this chapter they are designing a 100 kVA transformer, not a big one, so 25 mm is enough. अगर ट्रांसफॉर्मर बड़ा होगा, of course this clearance distance can be going up till 100 mm again. So your L of T, that is actually the length of your transformer tank, is going to be equal to this one. WT, width. Now what is width? Width is equal to this distance plus some clearance. What is this distance? This is the outside diameter of your high voltage coil. So the width of it is equal to the high voltage coil outer diameter plus 2 into 40 mm. Again, this is a variable value which will change whenever you are designing a different transformer. Last thing, height. In the height. Now as I told you, there is going to be some wooden block or some asbestos material placed on the below part. That over here they have taken this one as approximately, they have not given a name of value over there, they have called it as the bottom yoke insulation. They call it as the bottom yoke insulation. And then a clearance distance of 40 mm. Okay? Then next thing, जी क्या होगा? Height of the transformer, total overall. ट्रांसफॉर्मर की टोटल हाइट चाहिए हमें, उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे? I am going to add first of all the window height of the transformer. ठीक है? And then 2 times the width of the core first step. Agreed on this one? For those who still have an ambiguity on this one, मेरे पास ये ट्रांसफॉर्मर है. I am seeing it from the front now. ये क्या चीज है? Height of the window और window height. ठीक है? This one plus this one, core step की width. ठीक है? So the total height h, which we called it as before, this is equal to window height plus 2 times over there, one here, plus bottom yoke insulation, because you are going to put some wooden blocks underneath. 40 mm is the clearance added from the bottom, and then afterwards you are going to add, the next thing is the again a 20 mm added over there. I will just tell you why this is added, plus the tap changer height. Tap changer भी टैंक के अंदर ही आना है, so it has to be there. और tap changer और ट्रांसफॉर्मर के दरमियान में there is going to be some clearance. Exactly 7 तो नहीं जोड़ देंगे उसके, because we want the transformer to be actually, so this 20 mm is that clearance distance, and then the last one, just a clearance of added of 40 mm over there. This tap changer in your book, it is also called as a ratio switch. Ratio, same thing, tap changer, ratio switch, same thing. So the height is a little complex over here. As you can see, height किसकी equal है? Bottom yoke insulation, 40 mm added just to have a clearance distance ताकि वहाँ पे oil हो सके, plus window height of the transformer, plus the width of the first core step, plus 20 mm the ratio switch और transformer के दरमियान में फासला, plus the ratio switch height, plus 40 mm the clearance distance. So this is the height of the transformer tank, and you have got all of these 3 values. You can then find out what is your A area or SP area. ठीक है जी? Now आपके पास इस डिवीजन करने के बाद आफ्टरवर्ड यू फाउंड आउट जी आपके पास टेम्परेचर आ गया है कोई 70-80 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. आपको रिक्वायर्ड था 40 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. So this means कि you are now going excess. आपका ट्रांसफॉर्मर heat up होगा and you need some more radiator. Now what type of radiator you require, this is going to be decided either of these three. Either you are going to go with the conventional round tubes, just like you have seen on your transformers near your homes or wherever, or elliptical tubes. Now the first thing, a round tube or an elliptical, which one is preferred? Why? दोनों का सरफेस एरिया सेम है. चलो फिर which one you are going to prefer? सरफेस एरिया दोनों का सेम है. Which one you are going to prefer? किसका वॉल्यूम ज्यादा है? अगर दोनों का सरफेस एरिया सेम है तो किसका वॉल्यूम ज्यादा है? इलिप्टिकल का. तो पिचकी भी है. The volume of the circular tubes is going to be more. अगर आप इस सर्कुलर ट्यूब को अगर आप देखो, so this is the cross sectional view, the oil which will be in the center, it will not going to contact any of the outer tubes. इसके अंदर जो ऑयल होगा, that is going to be inside, touching all the two sides. So in a circular tube, you are going to have more oil required as compared to this one. So आपके volume of the oil required is going to be more in a circular one. Plus the heat dissipation is better in elliptical. This change has been done in the last 10-15 years. Previously it was circular tubes before. क्योंकि circular tubes available होती है market में easily. You have all the pipes or whatever structure in circular shape available. But if you want to use something elliptical you have to make it. Okay? Maybe cut two circles, grind them and then weld them. So you are actually looking something at a structure like this. This is an elliptical tube. This is a cross-sectional elliptical tube. Now, the question, how many tubes you want? How many tubes you want to be placed on the transformer tank? For this purpose, if I'm going by this book, Indrajit Das Gupta, the formula is coming out from here. Now what is in this formula? See this carefully. If I show this one, this is the area or S of T of the tank. You are multiplying it by 12.5. Again, area is in meter square. You are multiplying it by 12.5. This is telling you कि कितनी power tank dissipate कर सकता है. उसको आप minus कर रहे हो किसमें? K divided by L. What is K and L? K is the total watts which you want to dissipate. आपने जो ट्रांसफॉर्मर अभी डिजाइन करना शुरू किया है, हमने जो यहाँ किया है, इसके टोटल के वैल्यू क्या है? 260 प्लस 1760 वॉट्स. 1760 वॉट्स क्या है? आई स्क्वायर आर लॉसेस. 260 वॉट्स क्या है? नो लोड लॉसेस और कोर लॉसेस. सो when we are talking about this one, so K would be equal to 1760 plus 260 and we are dividing it by L. What is L? L is the average temperature rise of the oil or the transformer tank which you require. So what you are doing, आप total power to dissipate करनी है, dividing it by the required temperature which you are want of the transformer tank inside or the outer wall, dividing it, subtracting it from 12.5 into 8. अब अगर ये factor, this factor comes out to be positive. This is telling you कि आपके पास power है जिसको अभी आपने dissipate करना है. तो you are dividing it by 8.8 multiplied by x multiplied by y in the denominator. X and y, what are those? X and y, this is x, this is y. ठीक है, वो ट्यूब्स आपको बताई जाएंगी इन योर क्वेश्चन और व्हाटएवर, बिकॉज मैन्युफैक्चरर डिपेंड करता है कि आप ट्यूब्स किस लेंथ की आप ले रहे हैं, उनको काटना किस तरह से है, दैट्स टोटली डिपेंडेंट अपॉन यू. सो अच्छा, नेक्स्ट थिंग, ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट व्हाट दिस 8.8 सजेस्ट. ठीक है, आई एम नॉट आंसरिंग दिस वन एट प्रेजेंट. ट्राई टू सर्च इट आउट व्हाट दिस 8.8 इज. सो व्हेन दिस 8.8 x into y, you divide it this will give you the number of tubes required inside your x आपकी डायमेंशन है, ये x ये x ये y आपका, हम सरफेस एरिया निकाल रहे हैं ना, हम सरफेस एरिया निकाल रहे हैं x इंटू वाई इंटू 8.8, you're trying to get the surface area. तो यहां से आपके पास number of tubes आ जाएंगे. Now again the number of tubes which you are going to get is not going, sorry, so in this way, so any questions with this one you can calculate. Now this is from this book, keeping in view if you have number of tubes to be found out by this one. Now this book, R.K. Agarwal book, they are going a little different from it. The answer is going to be very same, but they are going a little different. For that purpose, supposingly I will go with a little proof over here. That proof is based on this one. We know by radiation, what was the dissipation? That was 6 times St, transformer tank strength. Again this is in watts. Total by convection, this is going to be 6.5 times St, again watt. So the total heat dissipation, even a 64 GB pen is come on. Just wait. Total heat dissipation is going to be 12.5 times St watts. Okay, now with tubes, heat dissipation, the surface area required is x times St. Please understand this thing what I am actually talking about. आपके टैंक का एरिया कितना था? St. आपने जब ट्यूब्स लगा दी तो आपके टोटल सरफेस एरिया इंक्लूडिंग द टैंक एंड इंक्लूडिंग द ट्यूब्स ओवर देयर, दैट इज x टाइम्स St. ठीक है. तो अगर आपके पास फर्ज करो विदाउट द ट्यूब्स द टैंक सरफेस एरिया वाज सपोजिंगली 100, ठीक है, 100 मीटर स्क्वायर. 100 मीटर स्क्वायर इज अ बिग एरिया. लेट्स अज्यूम जैसे सपोजिंगली वाज 1 मीटर स्क्वायर, 1 मीटर स्क्वायर एरिया था. अब आपने जब ट्यूब्स लगा दी हैं, द एरिया विल इंक्रीज टू समथिंग सपोजिंगली 1.6 मीटर स्क्वायर और 2 मीटर स्क्वायर. तो आपने एडिशनल कितना लगाया? दैट 1.6 माइनस 1.6. सो इन जनरल टर्म, सो द ट्यूब्स surface area will be equal to x times St minus St. Okay, x times St minus St over there. Now based on this one, ये ट्यूब्स का सरफेस एरिया है. फ्रॉम ट्यूब्स assuming only convection, so heat dissipation, so heat dissipated is equal to this x times S of t minus S of t multiplied by 6.5 over here. Now there is a small difference over here. In this book they were taking that the tubes were having convection also and radiation also. Okay? In this book they are only assuming that by the tubes you are only having convection as the heat dissipation. So the tube surface area is only being multiplied by 6.5. But there is an additional factor which they have done, which they are saying it कि अगर आप ट्यूब से अपने ट्रांसफॉर्मर को कूल डाउन कर रहे हैं, there is going to be a 35% increase in the cooling action. Why? Because transformer, if I talk about a transformer over here, if you see this transformer, what is happening? The transformer oil is heating up, it is going to go through this tube, come down and go towards the cold oil over there. So by this siphoning action, this movement of the oil and through the fins, there is an increase of 35% of convection flow. So what they have reduced over there, they have introduced this 1.35 factor, which means 35% increase. टैंक से तो कन्वेक्शन हो रही थी, लेकिन ट्यूब लगाने से वही ये सरफेस एरिया जो बड़ा है उसमें 35% इंक्रीज है. So this factor over here becomes equal to, if I take this ST out, this is equal to x minus 1 multiplied by, this is actually equal to 8.78 over here. So this is the total heat dissipated on the tubes only. This is the heat dissipated from the tubes only. So the units of this are going to be watts. Okay, now if I want to have the total dissipation, जी total dissipation क्या थी मेरे पास? Previously it was 12.5 multiplied by S of T tank key plus the upper term which is ST x minus 1 multiplied by 8.78. Agreed? मैंने दोनों को इकट्ठा कर दिया. And if I simplify this further, this can be actually taken as ST combined out over there. So this is 12.5 plus x minus 1 into 8.7, it is point like this. You can simplify it further because 12.5 plus 8.78 or minus 8.78 will be approximately 3.72 and all that. So what is this factor? This is the total watts that you want to dissipate. Now in this equation what you can see over there, this is the total watts. ये आपको पता है. On this side you know your S of T because of the tank design already done. Can you find out X? So what you are going to do, total watts जो भी हमारे पास थे, in our case 1760 plus 260, put it here. S of T design value, put it there. Divide this whole equation by your required value of 40 degrees centigrade and find out the value of X. ठीक है? Because this value has equal to, so this, from this value you can find out the value of X. अब supposingly X की value you come out to be, supposingly X is equal to something 2.61 for example. 2.61 means कि आपके पास, अगर आपके पास ST was equal to 1 meter square, so आपके पास जो ट्यूब्स का एरिया है that will be equal to 2.61 minus 1.61 meter square. I'm just giving an example. मैं कुछ numerically solve कर रहा हूँ. I'm just giving an example here कि अगर आपके पास using the above formula x आता है 2.61, 2.61 means 2.61 minus 1.61 meter square is the area required for the tubes. Now if you know the area of one tube or actually the surface area of one tube, ये किसके इक्वल होगा? Assuming it is circular in nature, we can find that area by pi dl. Assuming it is circular, ठीक है? Otherwise it can be elliptical as well. Assuming it is circular, pi d is the diameter of that pipe or whatever you are using, l is the length, and this length will be equal to approximately 70 to 80% of the length of the height of the tank. अगर आपके पास, if I go back over there, if you have seen this one, this was the transformer tank. हमारे पास ऑयल का लेवल यहां तक है. When you are going to put a tube over here, that tube is going to be covering like this. So it is not going to cover the whole height of the tank. It's only going to cover just 70% of that height. Okay? Plus you have to bend it also. So this total number of you have the area of one tube. So you can now find out the number of tubes. So whatever area you have got, divided by pi dl, and you will get your number of tubes. Okay. This book is not taking actually the elliptical tubes. This book is actually a little bit more new one from the latest one. That's why it's taking the elliptical tubes. The R.K. Agarwal book, this one, they are taking actually circular tubes. That's why they have calculated the surface area as pi dl. D is the diameter of that pipe. Okay, circular pipe. L is the length, and that length will be approximately 70 to 80% of h of t. Okay, that will be equal to 70 to 80% of t. Again, whatever number of tubes you get, equally bifurcated on all four sides of the tank. Okay. Any questions with this one, Ji? So I can move forward to the second way of radiator. Any questions with this one? Please kindly go through this example number 7.18 from R.K. Agarwal book. This is a very important example, and if you can understand this example, you can almost do any other problem. There are some end problems also in 7.19 and 7.20, but as far as the tank design is concerned, 7.18 is very much important. Please kindly go through this one. Now, if supposingly you don't want to use a conventional round or elliptical tube radiator, you want to use a pressed steel radiator. Now what is pressed steel radiator? Before I go forward, let me show you what does a pressed steel radiator looks like. A pressed steel radiator is something like this. I hope everyone has an idea. Now, you are not seeing this radiator in your normal distribution transformer that is erected near your house. If I do a little Google search, a pressed steel radiator is something like this. What is happening inside this one? Look closely over here in this diagram. You have 1, 2, 3 inlets, and you can see there are 3 outlets also. So if you see this diagram, which I just shown you also, this is the, let me just again open it. This one. This is the inlet of the pipe. This is the outlet of the pipe. So this whole structure is going to be attached with the height of the transformer tank, and it's going to take the oil from the topmost, and oil is going to flow through this channel, 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 and this channel. So why it is called as pressed steel radiator? They have taken 2 sheets of steel and pressed it, and pressed it in such a way that there are channels in between them, and through those channels oil can flow. So you have actually made tubes actually in 2 sheets of steel pressed together. Now how many channels you make over here? As you can see, how many channels are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 channels. आप इसको ज़्यादा भी कर सकते हो. So you can have 3 channels, you can have 5 channels, you can have 7 channels, 8 channels. Now you can even count how many channels are there in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 channels over there. And when I am talking about 6 channels over there, these are fins. This is 1 pin, 2nd pin, 3rd pin, 4th pin, 5th pin. Increase the number of pins. आपने कितने fins इकट्ठे लगाने? This type of radiator is called as a pressed steel radiator. Now, there is a whole industry on this one. ये transformer design वाले ये काम नहीं करते, but the designer has to tell it कि जी आपने कितने pressed steel radiator किस size के कितने लगाने हैं. For this purpose, there is a small table given already, and if you see, if I go a little bit over there, if you see this transformer over here, यहाँ पे क्या आपके पास? In this one, this is the total transformer from this side to up till this side. You can see over there. and this one over here, this one is a pressed steel radiator. This one, green color one, is a pressed steel radiator. Now before I go on towards के कौन सा टेबल कहाँ से उठाना है, किस तरह से करना है, there are three things very much important. Listen this very carefully. If I zoom in this one, this distance as such shown is 80 mm. What is this 80 mm? This 80 mm is actually telling you that ट्रांसफॉर्मर का सेंटर यहाँ पे है और जो आपने स्टील रेडिएटर लगाया है उसका सेंटर यहाँ पे है. इन दोनों सेंटर्स के दरमियान में जो डिस्टेंस है वो 80 mm है. अब विजुअलाइज इट एंड आंसर मी ओवर हियर. आपके पास एक ट्रांसफॉर्मर टैंक है, उस ट्रांसफॉर्मर टैंक के अंदर आपका स्टील रेडिएटर इज अ मिसमैच फ्रॉम इट्स सेंटर. ट्रांसफॉर्मर का सेंटर यहां है, स्टील रेडिएटर का सेंटर यहां है. दिस डिस्टेंस इज 80 mm. ये डिस्टेंस ज्यादा होगा तो फायदा होगा या जीरो होगा तो फायदा होगा. यहां ट्यूब नहीं है, मैं प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर की बात कर रहा हूं. एंड बाय प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर, these are all sorts of pressed steel radiator you can see. This is also a pressed steel radiator you can see. Question मेरा ये है कि the center of the steel radiator and the center of the transformer, दोनों के दरमियान में they should be aligned together or there should be a mismatch कि steel radiator थोड़ा ऊपर होगा. जी, anyone? पहले तो ये बताओ कि सेम होगा या डिफरेंस होगा, और अगर डिफरेंस होगा तो उससे फायदा होगा या नुकसान होगा. जी, एनी हिंट ऑन इट? रॉन्ग आंसर, नो प्रॉब्लम. एनी हिंट ऑन दिस वन? जी, कम ऑन. क्या होगा, फायदा क्या होगा, मतलब क्या होगा? वो तो ट्यूब्स में भी था. आप ट्यूब्स में क्या कर रहे थे, यहाँ क्या कर रहे थे, एक ट्यूब लगाई थी आपने, यहां से ऑयल जा रहा था, यहां से वापस आ रहा था. अब आपने क्या किया है, आपने उस ट्यूब की जगह पे आपने दो शीट्स लगा दी हैं. उन शीट्स के अंदर चैनल्स बने हुए हैं. चीज वही है लेकिन इट्स अ लिटिल बिट मोर. आपने सरफेस एरिया बढ़ा दिया. दो शीट्स इस्तेमाल करने का फायदा क्या है? यू आर इंक्रीजिंग द सरफेस एरिया, तो आपको ज्यादा कूलिंग इफेक्ट मिलेगा ट्यूब्स की बजाय. लेकिन अगेन द कॉस्ट इज मोर. ऑफ कोर्स आपने स्टील की शीट्स लेनी है, उनको आपस में ऐसे प्रेस करना है कि उसके अंदर चैनल्स बन सके. वो चैनल्स बनेंगे, उनके अंदर से ऑयल फ्लो करेगा. वो कितने चैनल्स होंगे, 3 होंगे, 4 होंगे, 5 होंगे, 6 होंगे, 7 होंगे, वो डिपेंड अपॉन द टेबल्स एंड द डिजाइन है. मेरा क्वेश्चन सिर्फ यहाँ पे ये है, आप इसको देख रहे हो, यहाँ ये ट्रांसफॉर्मर का सेंटर यहाँ है, जहां मेरा माउस है, इस ट्यूब का भी सेंटर यहाँ है, दोनों लेवल पे है. लेकिन अगर मैं एक स्टील रेडिएटर लगाता हूं, विच आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट हियर बाय दिस टर्म, you can see the transformer center and the steel radiator center, they are having a misaligned. इस मिसअलाइन का कोई फायदा है या नुकसान है? क्या होगी? नहीं, साथ तो पहली बात है, कोई नहीं जुड़े हुए, साथ नहीं जुड़े हुए, दे आर जस्ट टेकिंग द ऑयल. देखो यहां पे क्या हो रहा है, ये ट्रांसफार्मर का पूरा पूरा ऑयल यहाँ पे है, इस ऑयल ने इसके अंदर जाना है और यहां से वापस आना है. ये दूर दूर रहे ज्यादा अच्छा है, वरना अदरवाइज इट विल नॉट डिसिपेट द हीट. मेरा मकसद इनके डिस्टेंस से नहीं है. आई एम नॉट कंसर्न विद दिस डिस्टेंस. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग. आई एम नॉट कंसर्न विद दिस ग्रीन कलर डिस्टेंस. आई एम कंसर्न with this distance x. दोनों के सेंटर्स में डिस्टेंस क्यों है? देखो आप एक ट्रांसफार्मर है, मेरे पास एक ट्रांसफार्मर है, मैं उसको यहाँ पे यूं हीटअप कर रहा हूँ, मैं इसके साथ में एक रेडिएटर लगाना चाहता हूँ, वो एग्जैक्टली इसके सेंटर में लगाऊंगा या थोड़ा सा ऊपर करके लगाऊंगा? आई होप यू आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. दिस इज अ ट्रांसफार्मर सिटिंग इनसाइड अ टैंक. मेरे पास ये एक स्टील रेडिएटर है जिसको मैंने यूं करके लगाना है. अगर मैं इसको बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली इसके सेंटर के सेंटर लगाता हूं, जहां इसका सेंटर है वहां इसका सेंटर है, यानी थोड़ा सा ऊंचा करके ऐसे करके, इसका फायदा है या इसको थोड़ा सा ऊंचा करने का फायदा है मुझे? देखो ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक के अंदर ऑटोमेटिकली कन्वेक्शन फ्लो हो रहा है, तो जो नीचे की तरफ ऑयल है वो ऑटोमेटिकली ठंडा है, वो होगा पहले ही आपने ट्रांसफार्मर को थोड़ा सा रेज करके रखा है। अब इस प्री प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर को थोड़ा सा आप ऊंचा करोगे, क्योंकि ट्रांसफार्मर का टैंक काफी बड़ा है, टैंक उसके अंदर है, उसके ऊपर वाला ऑयल ज्यादा हॉट है, तो जितना आप इसको ऊपर की तरफ लेके जाओगे, द सेंटर टू सेंटर डिस्टेंस ज्यादा होगा, आपका दरमियान में जो फैक्टर है वो बढ़ेगा, क्योंकि ट्रांसफार्मर ने इसको हीट नहीं देनी, ट्रांसफार्मर ने ऑयल को दे दिया हीट, ऑयल ने बेसिकली इसके अंदर प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर के अंदर जाके हीट डिसिपेट करनी है। सो अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर, इफ आई गो इन ओवर देयर, there are three factors. Please see this one. There are three factors. The first factor is vertical distance between the transformer core center line and the radiator center line. इस केस में जहां से मैंने स्कैन किया है, the distance is 80 mm. And for this purpose, 80 mm के लिए they have given this table. If you see the first row, vertical distance between transformer core center line and the radiator center line. अगर आपके पास 0 है, यानी कि दोनों सेंट्रल लाइन है, कोई मसला नहीं है, क्या फैक्टर है 0.80, यानी कि आपकी कूलिंग 0.80 टाइम्स 80% है, सिर्फ 100% नहीं है। अगर आपके पास 100 mm का फर्क है, आपके पास कितनी है 0.85, अगर आपके पास 200 mm है, इट इज 0.89। तो जैसे जैसे आप डिस्टेंस इन दोनों के दरमियान में बढ़ाते जा रहे हो, इसका इनफैक्ट मतलब यह है कि आपके ट्रांसफार्मर की टैंक की हाइट भी ज्यादा है, उसके अंदर ऑयल भी ज्यादा है, प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर भी ज्यादा गर्म ऑयल लेगा, ठंडा करेगा और उसको नीचे तक लाएगा। सो व्हेन आई एम रीचिंग समथिंग एट डिस्टेंस ऑफ 600 mm, द करेक्शन फैक्टर इज 1.00। लेकिन इसका मतलब यह कि अगर मैं बहुत ऊंचा टैंक बनाता हूं 600 mm, आई विल गेट अ करेक्शन फैक्टर ऑफ 1, लेकिन 600 mm का डिस्टेंस इस ट्रांसफार्मर की सेंटर और इसके सेंटर के दरमियान में मीन कि मेरे ट्रांसफार्मर का टैंक की हाइट बहुत ज्यादा है, मुझे टैंक बड़ा बनाना पड़ेगा और टैंक के अंदर ऑयल भी ज्यादा डालना पड़ेगा, तो कॉस्ट वहां इंप्रूव होगी। तो हम इसमें समथिंग इन द ट्रेड ऑफ रीजन, वी विल जस्ट कीप इट समथिंग एट 100 और 200 mm, नॉट मोर देन दैट। बहुत बड़ा ट्रांसफार्मर होगा, समथिंग द साइज ऑफ दिस रूम, यस देन वी कैन गो टुवर्ड्स इट, बिकॉज वहां कूलिंग ज्यादा important है। So the first correction factor, vertical distance between transformer mm, core line center and the radiator center from this data which is shown over here. The second correction factor, horizontal distance between two radiators. Now when I am talking about radiators over there, if I go on a little diagram, let me show a little diagram. Where is the diagram actually? Okay, this is the diagram. If you are seeing this transformer, ये ट्रांसफार्मर की टॉप साइड है, these are the 3 or 4 bushings for the 11 kV or 400 volt side. This is one radiator, this is another radiator. By radiator I mean one of these. By radiator I mean one of these. Now assume this one. Assume this table over here, this one table is the transformer tank. मैं इस तरह का रेडिएटर जैसा आपको इस पिक्चर में नजर आ रहा है, एक मैं यहां लगा देता हूं, ऊपर से ऑयल ले रहा है, नीचे वापस जा रहा है। एक और रेडिएटर मैं यहां लगा देता हूं सेम डायमेंशंस का, और एक और रेडिएटर मैं यहां लगा देता हूं। अब इन दोनों के दरमियान में जो फासला है, दिस इज वेरी क्रिटिकल। ये दोनों अगर करीब करीब होंगे, दे वोंट डिसिपेट द हीट। इनके दरमियान में हॉरिजॉन्टल फासला जितना ज्यादा होगा, एयर ज्यादा होगी, it will dissipate more. So this correction factor which is being talked about over here in this discussion is the horizontal distance between two radiators. यानी कि अगर इस रेडिएटर और एक रेडिएटर में यहां लगाता हूं, इन दोनों के दरमियान में फासला 500 mm, which is actually a very big distance है, then the correction factor is 1. और ये कहां से आया? This is again coming on from a table over here, as you can see over here, horizontal distance here, here, here. अब यहाँ पे 3 classifications हैं. Please listen this carefully. There are 3 types of radiators discussed in this book. The first radiator is a 226 mm radiator. The other one is 300 mm. The other one is 520 mm. ये क्या चीज है? 226 mm is the width of this one. For example, if I go back on this one, 226 क्या चीज है? From this point to this point 226 mm की दो शीट्स पकड़ी, उनको प्रेस किया, ये हमारे पास एक रेडिएटर बना। और 226 mm with 3 channel radiator, यानी कि if I draw this one in front of you, just for example, ये मेरे पास, if it's a 2-dimensional view, so this is going to be 1 channel, 2 channel, 3 channels. This distance is going to be 226 mm और 1 2 3 और वो तीसरा था बन गया, 3 चैनल्स हो गया। So 3 channels, the oil is going to flow, the width of it is 226 mm. If I go back on my table, this is horizontal distance 226 mm with 3 channels, 300 mm with 4 channel radiators, 520 mm with 7 channel radiators. अब आपके पास, आप खुद देख सकते हो in this table now very evidently, अगर आप 226 mm के channels उठाते हैं with 3 channel radiators, correction factors are 0.76, 0.82, 0.86, 0.91 and continuously increasing. Why? When the distance between the radiators is increasing. यानी कि एक रेडिएटर यहां लगाया, अगला रेडिएटर यहां लगाया, उसके दरमियान में अगर 500 mm का फासला है, द करेक्शन फैक्टर इज 1। लेकिन अगर आपने कोई 280 पे लगा दिया, द करेक्शन फैक्टर इज 0.76। इसका मतलब है कि इफेक्टिवली अगर इसके और एक और रेडिएटर के दरमियान में फासला है सिर्फ 280 mm, देन ओनली 76% ऑफ इट इज डिसिपेटिंग द हीट। ठीक है, so this is the second correction factor which you have to take. अब आपने इन तीनों में से कौन सा यूज करना है, either this one or this one, it's totally your design. Since you are just working on a 100 kVA transformer, go with the smallest one. ठीक है, 226 one. अगर थोड़ा और बड़ा होगा, maybe like something 300 400 kVA, then you can go with the 300 mm one. Because as you can see, if you are going from 226 to 300, you are going over there, you can see what is happening. यहाँ पे 280 mm है, यहाँ 350 mm है, तो सेम फैक्टर है। जितना बड़ा रेडिएटर होगा उसको उतना ज्यादा फासला चाहिए साथ वाले से, ताकि वो हीट डिसिपेट कर सके, वरना अदरवाइज इफ दे आर वेरी क्लोज टू ईच अदर दे विल नेवर डिसिपेट। दिस इज द सेकेंड करेक्शन फैक्टर ओवर हियर, दिस इज द हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द 2 रेडिएटर्स। इन दिस केस दे हैव टेकन इट 500 mm, so the correction factor is 1.0. The third correction factor, number of sections per radiator. This radiator which I have shown you, इस पे कितने sections हैं? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Number of sections, आपने ऑयल लिया, कितने sections में से उसका ऑयल गुजर रहा है? 3 चैनल्स तो यहां पे आपने कर दिए, 1 2 3, कितने सेक्शंस हैं? यू कैन कॉल इट एज फिन्स आल्सो, बट फिन्स का वर्ड ज्यादा यूज नहीं किया जाता। सो दिस इज 1 सेक्शन, 2 सेक्शन, 3 सेक्शन, 4 सेक्शन, 5 सेक्शन टू अप टिल 10। एंड फॉर दिस पर्पस यू हैव अ टेबल अगेन, नंबर ऑफ सेक्शंस पर रेडिएटर। अगर आपके पास 3 सेक्शन है, आपका करेक्शन फैक्टर है 1.10, सिर्फ 3 प्लेट्स हैं, आपका डिसिपेशन अच्छी है। अगर आप 4 to 5 प्लेट्स पे जाते हैं, आपका करेक्शन फैक्टर कम हो गया है, बिकॉज अंदर वाली जो प्लेट्स हैं उनकी हीट डिसिपेशन उतनी अच्छी नहीं होगी। इसी तरह से व्हेन यू आर इंक्रीजिंग इट टू 21 to 24, द हीट डिसिपेशन इज जस्ट 0.96। ठीक है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, प्लीज, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम गिविंग अ डिपिक्शन फ्रॉम द प्रैक्टिकल पिक्चर ऑल्सो एंड फ्रॉम दिस टेबल ऑल्सो, because this can be asked in the exam, why this correction factor is decreasing down or this correction factor is increasing here, why? ठीक है, now multiplication of all these 3 correction factors as shown over here, so total correction factor is A multiplied by B multiplied by C. In this case they have multiplied and it is equal to 0.901. Now अब आपने इस 0.901 का करना क्या है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली, यू नो आपके पास 1760 प्लस 260 वॉट थे जो कि आपने डिसिपेट करने थे ट्रांसफार्मर से, एंड वी अज्यूम्ड इट कि जी एक या 1600 वॉट्स आपके ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक ने डिसिपेट कर दिए। अब आपने वहां पे रेडिएटर लगाना है, एक प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर। द डिफरेंस इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली व्हाट, मे बी समथिंग 600 और 700 वॉट्स। दैट 600 वॉट्स इज गोइंग टू बी डिवाइडेड बाय व्हाट फैक्टर, वो फैक्टर आपको एक टेबल से मिलेगा, एंड दीज आर दोज 3 टेबल्स ओवर हियर। In fact, let me show it on over here through this one. यहाँ पे ज़्यादा आसान होगा instead of showing it over there. This is the first table. If you have selected 226 mm का radiator, ठीक है? This is a 226 mm 3 channels radiator. आपके पास लेंथ क्या है उसकी, चैनल की लेंथ? If it is 600 mm, कूलिंग एरिया इज 0.280 मीटर स्क्वायर। अब आपके पास इफ यू वांट इट टू बी कूलिंग अप टिल 35 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, यू हैव 72 वॉट्स पर रेडिएटर ओवर देयर। आई एम अगेन रिपीटिंग, अगर आपके पास लेंथ 600 mm है, आप 35 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड तक उसको कूल डाउन करना चाहते हैं, विच इज अ इमेंसिव लोअर वैल्यू, आपके पास 72 वॉट्स पर पिन अवेलेबल है या पर सेक्शन अवेलेबल, ठीक है? अगर आपके पास 40 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड तक करना है, देन दिस इज 81। ये यहां से भी आपको पता चल रहा है कि इट इज इंक्रीजिंग, क्योंकि टेम्परेचर बढ़ रहा है आपका, तो आप पावर ज्यादा डिसिपेट। अगर आप 35 तक लाना चाहते हो वाइंडिंग ऑयल के टेम्परेचर को, तो आपको कम वॉटेज आपको पर चलेंगे। Now in our case, supposingly if our transformer was 800 mm, height of the tank supposingly 900 mm थी, उसके मुताबिक हमने 800 mm का प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर उठाया, which is 800 mm लेंथ। लेंथ से क्या मुराद है, for those who are still wondering what this length means, the length of this one, which I mean by from here till here, ठीक है? और certainly ये height of the tank से छोटी होगी ताकि आपका ऑयल उसके अंदर मूव कर सके। सो व्हेन आई विल हैव दिस, लेट मी जस्ट गो अगेन, सो बेस्ड ऑन दिस वन यू हैव 800 mm सपोजिंगली, फॉर एग्जांपल आपके पास वैल्यू है 40 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, सो बेस्ड ऑन दिस 80 यू विल गेट 125। सो आपके पास 125 वॉट ऑफ पावर can be dissipated from one section of the radiator. One section से क्या मुराद है, this one section, एक प्लेट। कितनी प्लेटें चाहिए, 600 divided by this 125, but here we are missing one thing, we have to multiply the correction factor also, जो हमने correction factor अभी निकाला था, which was 0.901 in our case. So हमारे पास क्या होगा, the first thing would be we will multiply this 125 by 0.901, जो भी आपका correction factor है, in this case it is 0.901. Whatever you get the value over here, if supposingly you had remaining 600 watts, so you will divide 600 by whatever value you get, supposingly x over here, and 600 divided by x will tell you how many sections or how many radiators you are going to use. If that value comes out to be 1.2 or 1.3, this means आपके पास 2 radiator होंगे, and you will put those 2 radiators somehow, where is the diagram, just like over here, मैं बस अच्छा sorry, let me just complete this one. Where is that? Yes, over here. So in this way you will have 2 radiators connected. Okay. Kindly go through this one in your book. I have gone through the first 2 of the classification of radiators. I have gone through the tubes and the press steel radiator. corrugated wall panels, I am leaving up to you. It is just very simple calculation, just like the previous one, and this is corrugated wall. इसमें आपने क्या करना है, आपने इसमें ना ट्यूब्स बनानी है, ना कोई प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर बनाना है. You just have to increase the surface area by doing something like this. आपकी जो वॉल्स हैं उनके अंदर ही आपने फिन्स बना देनी है, just like your heat sink. So you are increasing the surface area. यहां पे आप ये surface area increase कर रहे हो, ठीक है. So whatever surface area you require, you are increasing. आपको पता चल जाएगा कि you have to increase how many number of fins to be added over there, ठीक है. Please kindly go through this one. This is very important, and normally students do